Mhm. Yes, viewers. Today's episode, I was thinking that how do you differentiate between the legitimate business and the scam? So there is a lot of questions even the viewers were asking. But how do you know if you are not a scammer or you are a genuine trader? So even I'm asking the same question that I don't know. Let's find it out from the forex trader. Today's guru and today's guest. Welcome. Thanks. Welcome to the F4 Forex Chat Show. In this episode, we will be learning from the Forex expert, trader, or I can say Forex guru, that how to differentiate between the legitimate business and the spongy scheme in this industry. Because sometimes we can hear from the market or online or from the friends that this guy is giving a very huge profitable business, this, that, and then the other one is crying. So all these questions that we wanted to find out from the Forex expert. So welcome to our today's guest in the Forex. Thank you.
Thank you, Tisha, for having me. First off, I'm happy to be here. I'm a great fan of your work.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I started trading when I was around 18. This is around 5 years ago. I got an interest in markets after watching the movie Wolf of Wall Street. We were talking about it before the
Wow.
recording started.
Wow.
And I was like, what is this all about? And it just happened that the first book I picked was a Forex book, a Forex trading book. It was by Dan Schwager. And it was basically interviewing a lot of hedge fund traders and trying to find out their different methods. So that's how my journey started. And now I've been trading now for around 4 years, profitably, FX and a bit of stocks. And yeah, I'm here with you now.
That's good. That's good to hear. But you see, when you started, did you had such a challenges that who is a genuine player in this market or who is actually the con type of people, who is a scammer? Because you know nowadays, if you even check the newspaper, there is a lot of cases are going on surrounding people that who lost the money, who do the fund management, but they are not even regulated, or maybe they are not a good traders, or how people is coming to this type of scammy type of things, and how do you know that this is exactly the scam and this is the genuine things?
First of all, I think we need to define what a legitimate business is, what is not a scam, and then we can move to the scam. Because first off, any business to operate in any country, and Kenya is not an exception, you have to be regulated. You have to be registered as a business in the country. And that's, I think, the first surface level of analysis you do as an individual. You want to look up, if you're looking for a forex broker, for example, you want to find out now who regulates forex brokers. If it's the CMA, okay, cool. Go to the CMA website. It's provided there all the regulated brokers, and you find them there. That's the first level of analysis I think anyone should do. Just finding out first of all with the regulator if they recognize the existence of this person who's offering the services.
Wow.
And I say now, as you move on deeper into your analysis, now you need to educate yourself as a person.
Yes.
Because I think people fall victim because they're not, first of all, they don't have financial literacy. They don't know what they're getting into. As an investor, first of all, a potential investor, you're about to start, you have to educate yourself, know what you're getting yourself into. And one of the main tenets of investing is risk and return.
Yeah.
So you have to understand risk and return. If someone is telling you that they're going to offer you 30% return in a week, just know the risk is as high as that return.
Right.
The risk and the return go together. So if something sounds unrealistic, it probably is. There are one or two possibilities. If I'm telling you I'm going to offer you 500% return in a week, there's one or two things. One, it's either a very high risk investment, or two, I'm scamming you.
Right.
I'm looking for you to get in business with me, and then I get another investor, and then the money they bring in, I pay you as interest. You're pleased, you tell your family, you tell your friends, a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the risk and return aspect of it can save you a lot of headaches because every few months you hear of a scam here and there, a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme, and Kenyans fall for them over and over again.
Yeah.
And the surprising thing is the same people doing that thing over and over again.
Yeah. No, I understand. You know, not only Kenya, but in the world, people say the more you become a greedy, the more you become a blind. And the more you become a blind, the more you become even the brainless person. Because once you become a brainless person, those are the schemy people enter in your life. They know how to take out the money from you, and they become a rich, and then they make you to be greedy person. And you cannot claim, because you are a greedy. You don't know if he's making 30, 40, or whatever the percentage is, why he is not making it himself and making it for somebody. I think that is why we normally say that be careful, and believe your own education, because you see, broker is ready to teach you, internet is ready to teach you. There is a friend or group, like I understand that sometime back we have shoot the episode what we call the Millionaires Club, right? Those chairman is also saying, why can't you meet the same type of people or the mentor who can discuss the same financial market, rather than talking to the person who is actually making 35% for themselves and making you to become a scammer, right? So I like what you said. The financial literacy is actually down in Kenya. People don't do enough research. But you see, we are in the country where there is a lot of, I can say, demand and supply is there, right? And of course, this is a completely new industry. And when the new industry start, there is only two questions comes. Either it is a scam because they don't make money, or it is not a scam, but they don't want to learn. So there is no positivity that let's learn and get it right in this industry. I think, am I right?
Yeah, for sure. Because you're putting your hours. But even as we're talking about forex, anyone who's a great trader, they went through the grunt. They had to fail at some point. They had to blow accounts, and that's normal.
Yeah.
People do that. They do that for maybe a couple of months.
Yes.
They fail. They blow an account, and then they say this is a scam just because they were not successful themselves. So even as a person, you have to be very careful, because whoever is giving you that information might be affected by their own bias. I may tell you forex is a scam because I lost money, but maybe someone else somewhere has made money from it. So whatever investment, if in our case, as we're talking about forex, you just have to put in your hours, ensure you, as even FXpressor offers training, ensure you term yourself with whatever is required of you to become successful in that field, and then you go and do it. Because for scams, there's no work, but they're offering you a return. I'm telling you 500%. You just have to tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your brother.
Yeah.
There's no work that you're putting in. But something that is legitimate, there's in a capitalist society, there's nothing that you get for free. So for you to get a return, there has to be something you're doing. If someone is telling you you just have to introduce people, it's clearly a scam.
So are you ever been let me ask you the bold question. Are you ever been victim of the scammers or any signal provider and then they let you down?
Luckily, I have not, because I got lucky that I met very experienced people early on in my trading journey. So I got guidance. I was told right off the bat, like, signal services, just leave them. You want to learn how to catch the fish, not be given fish every day. You want to learn how to do it on your own.
Yeah, even in our culture, normally says that better to learn how to cook a fish rather than eating the fish. Although we are vegetarians, right? So we don't eat fish. We take potato. So let's take it potato side of it. Yeah. So better to learn something in the nice way, and then don't come to the spongy schemes that take the signal services, hire services. And nowadays, to do the marketing to become a scammer, it's very easy, but it's required a hard work. And even these episodes what we are shooting, it's a hard work, because we really wanted Kenyan to learn something in the legal way. So better to invest in the right manner, and you will see, because once you are the skilled person, you will definitely laugh within the 24 hours, because whoever is not educated properly or done the right research can be struggling whole their life with complaint. And whoever is done the hard work, yes, they are complaining every day, but what will happen? One day they will be laughing. And that's what we call the success story of any forex trader. I think you will be meeting one or two very soon. Thank you so much. I think Mr. Anthony has also said the very good things, that put enough time. I think that's what you are saying. So can you just tell our viewer that how easily I can say that this is not a spongy scheme and this is the right scheme? Yeah. How do you differentiate? Is there any way, or is there any test that we can do, and then we can no, this one is not good and this one is good for me?
Yes, I actually have around 3 or 4. that apply cut across, and you can easily identify such scams.
Okay.
First, as I said, the risk and return trade-off. If something is offering unrealistic returns, it's probably a scam. If I'm offering you, as I said, 500% in a week, and you're not doing anything, you're just putting your money with me, why am I investing? And if I'm making such return for real, why am I not doing that with my money? Why do I need your money to make more money?
True.
So, first of all, if the return sounds unrealistic, that's a red flag. Secondly, if the investment, in quotes, requires you to sign up other people. If I'm generally managing your money as a fund manager, and I'm managing a client's money, I don't need to tell them to tell their brother. I'll make returns. I'll let the business speak for itself. My returns will speak for themselves.
Right.
But if I tell you, you get a commission if you introduce a friend,
that's a scam.
Red flag. That's a very clear scam. And I think, and the final one, I would say the one that cuts across, and the simplest of them all, just do a Google search and then go to the news section. Because recently, I don't want to mention names, but there were investors, local investors that got scammed. And that same company, that same fund, if you type the name on Google and then you go to news, articles as far back as 2017 were there of people complaining about being defrauded. So don't just jump into something, find out all the information about it, look for reviews. Although reviews might be manipulated, people visit websites and write good reviews about their company.
Yeah.
But it's always good to ensure you understand whatever you're investing in before you go in. And that also goes to the idea of financial literacy. And if you're not a professional in that field, like the investment world, it doesn't hurt to approach someone who's a professional in that field and tell them, I've gotten this and this offer. Is it legitimate or is it not? Because as Kenyans, I hate to say this, but we always assume we know things. People, it's not your field. If it's not your field, it's okay to accept and say, I need help. Let me visit a farm, or if I don't know anyone in my personal life who's a professional, let me visit Express and try to find out more about these people or find out about A, B, C, and D. So do your due diligence as an investor. That's the best way to protect yourself from all this scams.
Right. Thank you so much for your advice. I think we made a very clear point, and the takeaway point is, first of all, honesty is the key in this industry. Second thing, your own due diligence check, as a become a forex trader. Because if you are any business person, of course, you normally find out who is the supplier, who is the customer, who is going to pay me on time, who is not going to pay me, or is it your cash flow will become affected in the business. So such questions, we are doing the research enough before we start any business or any professionalism, why we don't do in forex. So if we do that one, I think according to me, I'm a forex trader also as well. And I can tell you, Mr. Anthony, that, of course, I have been victim also for become a scammer type of people in these industries. And then I have realized that if they can make money, then why not me? And if it is me also, what I can differentiate between those two people, then, the bottom line comes is honesty. And, once the honesty comes, according to me, there is nothing will be stopping you from any industry to grow, right?
Yeah.
And thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your advice. And I hope my viewers will be getting the good knowledge out of these episodes. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
It
was a pleasure.
Thank you.
F for Forex. Hosted by Tushar Vyas.